vibration of creation, the cosmic hum. The eternal cyclic rhythm of earth, moon, and sun. Earth song is the ancient conversation between shore and sea. The love ballad between flower and bee. Earth song is the melody of mountains that rise and fall. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the very last interview in Embody the Empress, where we've been looking at how to blossom and flourish in harmony with the natural world. I knew and I thought long and hard about who would be the perfect person to wind up this magnificent series. And I am so excited to have this conversation with Gloria Martinez. And I want to tell you, I'm going to introduce you to Gloria in a slightly different way, because I came across Gloria, our paths crossed in a mutual course a few years ago now, and her energy immediately caught me, and I was so excited to find out that she was a chocolate, everything all about chocolate, a chocolate maker, and the Cacao Queen. And for those of you that have been watching my story for some time, you know that I am a lover of the movie Chocolat. And so, having met Gloria and learnt a bit about her story, which I'm so excited to share with you in this interview, but there are some really interesting parallels between the beautiful yarn and Chocolat and your story, Gloria. So, I just want to say thank you so much for being with us. I know that it's an early rise for you. It's quite late. So we've worked hard to make this interview happen, and I'm so thrilled that we have. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you very much, Edwina. It's my absolute pleasure to be here today. When you invite me, you make me feel important, like my story matters. That's why I'm so far away in the world, like Australia, put their eyes on me, and it's like, yeah, I want you in this event.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because I had the time to watch some of the other speakers, and they blow my mind. It's like, wow, what a wise woman, and there's still a lot. So being part of the Embody the Empress is my absolute pleasure.
Yeah. Well, when I think about somebody that embodies all the qualities of the Empress, I think you touch just about everything. Your generosity, the abundance, the nurturing, the nourishing, the motherhood, the travel, the connection to the natural world. I see you. You know, when I think about you, I think of a woman who lives life in full color. That's the way that I think about you. But what I want to do is, just instead of gushing, because I adore you, what I want to do, take us back in time, because I love that you started life, your schooling life, in a school with the nuns, and your story of being with the nuns and being the naughty girl. I love it. And when I think of your life, I sort of see a movie running through my mind of this fabulous story of, I know there's lots of ups and lots of downs as well, but it's such a rich story. So if you would take us back to who you were in that time, in your last years in school, because I think it's a really pivotal time that shapes our belief in ourselves, and perhaps what we imagine we're going to be doing as we launch ourselves into womanhood. So, if you would paint a picture for us, who was Gloria at maybe 16 or 17?
Okay, so at that time I went to, yes, primary school. It was a nun school. In my family, my grandmother, my aunt, my grandmother's sister, she's a nun.
Mm.
Yes, Spain is a Catholic country, so they put me in this nun school. There was a girls' school, but then it was a boys as well, like a mix. My brother joined. Yeah, I was a bit naughty. I was just, I think, like looking back, I was just normal. I wanted to put makeup. They didn't like it. They used to remove it from me, just in a bad way, just dragging me down to the fountain. That was the Virgin Mary, a figure that I adore. And yes, the things that they were telling me in that time didn't resonate with me, but at the same time, some things for the religion in that time they did. I loved it to sing, so we have to go to mass every morning, and I used to sing in the choir, so I enjoyed that. But yes, to get me into that structure, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So some people, they just like become smaller, they shrink down, and then I did actually the opposite.
Mm.
I did the opposite because if you say to me, don't do that, actually, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I learned in the, afterwards that when you want someone to do something, you just tell them what you want to do.
Mm.
It's not what you don't want them to do, because then actually with my character, it's just, if you want me to do something, just say the opposite and I will do it. That's in the past. So yeah, I felt I didn't fit here in the typical picture of a nun school.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a little bit about that time.
I think it's interesting, when I think about raising my own children, I know you've got a son. When I think about it now, I don't know that you're being naughty because there is a rebellion side, but when you're asked to do things that feel like they're a betrayal of who you truly are or how you want to express yourself in the world, I think there's a big difference between that and being deliberately disrespectful or cruel or unkind, or those are the things that we're not wanting to encourage. But I think when there is an element of really trying to make you become somebody that doesn't feel in alignment with who you know yourself to be, it's not necessarily naughty, is it? Or is it? I mean, we give it.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
not.
Yeah,
We have to navigate the personality, and
yeah,
maybe if in that time they would take me instead of like literally just pulling my hair and drag me down, would
yeah.
say, Gloria, these are the rules of the schools. You are too young.
Mm.
You are too beautiful. You don't need makeup.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably, if they say like that, but more they did it,
yeah,
more I wanted. So if you, it's conscious. You had to explain, but probably they didn't know. That's the only one they knew. They knew how to teach,
yeah.
and some things they just didn't resonate. A lot of things of the religion they did. So I now at this time I just take what it works for me, and what it doesn't,
Yeah.
is I just don't take it.
Yeah. Well, I think it set the theme for your life because it feels to me like you've never
Yes.
been somebody that we could put in a box.
No, no, I just feel suffocated and I just want to escape. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm an Aries, I'm fire. I think you are as well, an April.
I'm April. Yeah.
Empress.
Is
Yeah,
it?
April.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a
But is
fire and
April?
fire. So yes, I can feel it.
I always think of myself as an earth sign. Is Taurus? I think I'm the other. I'm Taurus, so I'm
Yeah, you
the
are
other
in the
end.
end. So I'm the April's Fool. So I'm the 1st of April. I start, the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm a big, yes, like fiery, and
Yeah.
I fit, when I read about the horoscope, I kind of fit in the personality, very generous, but very selfish. And if it's for me, it's mine, yeah?
Yeah.
But then I'm very generous as well. So I got a little bit of like both sides of the sign.
Yeah. So when you left school, what was your first foray into the workplace, or did you travel, or what were you doing?
So after the primary, I went to the secondary school. But then I knew, because when I was younger in the school, actually in the primary, every year I used to travel. The beginning in summer camps. Yeah. So my mom is a single mom. She could have a break from my brother and me. It's like, oh, I will send you to because in that time she couldn't afford like to take us on holiday, like go three of us, so she used to send us to the summer camp. The beginning was around my area. I am from the southwest of Spain, border with Portugal and Andalusia. Then later on, I was all there around Spain. And then in the end, through Europe. So we used to just get in a bus, like all these teenager kids, and go from Spain maybe to Germany,
Yeah.
or to, these long trips stopping. So I knew I could see the world, and I say, no, this is not for me. So my mom could see that as well. So one day I was watching TV and I saw this woman who left Spain and come to England to work as an au pair. So and she had a beautiful experience. She set up an au pair company. And I said to my mom, I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go. In the time I have a boyfriend. I was going out a lot. I love dancing. I love clubbing, music, all these things. And my mom could see that I grow bigger than that.
Yeah.
I was too big for my town for this kind of life. So I said, I want to go to England as au pair. And then she helped me. She found a company, saved through an agency. And then I came to England. When I arrived in England, I was studying English a little bit, looking after the little girl that I live with the family. But then the contract was for 6 months, and 3 months I already say, I want to find a job. I want to do my thing. So I find a job
Yeah.
as a waitress. Didn't speak very good English, but the owner, from Spain, from Galicia, my father is from there, give me the chance. So at the beginning it was very robotic,
Yeah.
me, Gloria, me want, but then after that, I just learned, and yes, that at the beginning I was waitressing. I loved it. Everything I do, I love it.
Yeah.
So coming into the table, talking to people, I was like, oh, who is that person? I was very interesting. I was very motivated for the tips, because I knew if I bring up my bubbly personality, I could just go home with that time in the 90s, like with, like, I don't know, 50 pounds, 60 pounds. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I always had money, and I was very happy. I was very happy. That's the beginning, of like before I start traveling.
Yeah. So where was the first, well, obviously the UK was the first trip. Where did you go from there?
So after living in London for a few years, I moved to Brighton. A friend of mine was living there. And then I started traveling. In some point, I thought, I'm going to go back to Spain. I just had enough of England. So I did during the summer season. I went to Ibiza to work. I did like the 3 summer as well, working in a restaurant by the beach.
Yeah.
I work a lot. I party a lot. So when I come back to England, I say, it's no way I want to go to Spain. It was, I have the full on Ibiza experience. So I carry on. And then a friend of mine said, well, we don't go to Brazil. Let's take some time off and go to Brazil. And we went to Brazil for 5 months. By the end of the trip, my friend was crying. I don't want to go back to England. I thought I had enough. It's a beginning and an end. And I asked the universe. We were at north of Brazil, in Salvador de Bahia. And I said, whoa, and now what I'm going to do with my life? Because I finished secondary, but then I didn't study, I didn't go further. I just work and travel. And then I got that inside. It's like something with chocolate. And I was excited. I went back, and that time I was living in Brighton. I followed the call and I couldn't find anything with chocolate, only chocolate. So I find it in patisserie and confectionery. So I am a pastry chef. I studied that and I knew inside bread, ice cream, cake, sugar, all the things from patisserie. And when I go in touch with chocolate, I fall in love with the chemistry and the temperature. And then I always like unique things that not many people do. So, and the chocolatier into the pastry world is the master, you work with chocolate, you have the power. So I like it, that feeling. And then I carry on my call, I study.
Yeah. So
And
how old are you now? Like when did you start doing that?
that was, I went to Ibiza, I think it was in 2002. So, sorry, to Brazil.
Yeah.
So when I come back,
Yeah.
2003,
Yeah.
I studied patisserie and confectionery
Yeah.
for a couple of years. Um, in that time, I was working as a waitress as well,
Yeah.
and then it's when Ramon, my son, happened. I was studying, I was working around that time. No, actually, he was born in 2007, but yes, I mixed up now around that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So a little boy coming into your world that changes things significantly. And at some point you became Mama Bon Bon. What was the start of that?
The start of that, so when Ramon was born, I was going to go back to Spain before he was born, but then I got pregnant and I decided to stay in Brighton. I thought all my plans that I was going to Spain to study in the best chocolate schools. I said, wow, now I'm a mom, I'm a single mom. The things with the dad didn't work out, so I'm on my own. And then this friend of mine came and say, oh, there is this chocolate world with this famous chocolatier that they make chocolates for high growth, that for the royal family, and he's looking for someone that helps. And then I light up. I said, Gloria, you mean why? And then I said, well, I got Ramon was 8 months old, but then I found a nursery and I put Ramon in a nursery. I think 7 or 8 hours a day. So my heart with only 8 months, you leaving your baby, but I knew I have to do that only 2 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I did it. I learned a lot about making chocolates. And after I left, because I wanted to be with my son and I knew I thought what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And then I called myself, I'm going to set up, the company Mama Bon Bon. Once I had Ramon, I have that knowledge. I said, I want to go back to Spain. I just wanted to go back to Spain. So I just spoke with my mom. And I said, I had enough. I'm on my own. I got all this knowledge. I just want to go back to Spain. And then I just took Ramon. I invest a lot of things in some molds and kilos of chocolate and some equipment. And I took everything and I went back to Spain. When I told my mom the story, she didn't believe very much it was going to happen because apparently in my hometown, every chocolate shop closed down. In summer, it's extremely hot, up to 45 degrees. She didn't believe it. And we were saying to my brother, she told me after, like, oh my God, Gloria, come with the big dreams. And I don't think it's going to happen. But that she was wrong. I could see the picture in my head. It was clear what I was going to do. And I was very welcome. It's like almost a parade. Mama Bon Bon is coming from UK. And everyone, Mama Bon Bon. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just Mama Bon Bon. No, you are Mama Bon Bon. It's like, okay, I am. So I become very popular. Yeah. I did a lot of things with cakes and chocolates. My mom looked after Ramon, and I could go to that chocolate school in Barcelona that I postponed because I got pregnant. So everything was happening very, very fast.
Yeah.
But then again, the wind from the east blows, and I have to take my son and move again back to another place.
So
Ah,
I want to come back to the next move, but before I get there, there's a couple of things. One is I know that there is a beautiful connection, or that there's a story of ancestry from your grandfather or your great grandfather, where you feel like a lot of this spirit and knowledge and passion has come from. Would you share that story with us?
yeah, sure. I always thought because my father is from Galicia, and in Galicia they are Celtics, so I got red hair, blue eyes. I could see like Vikings and pagans and all these things. Yeah, I was very connected. But then, yeah, I do my grandmother and her sister got married with two brothers. So that's the story I know. From my great grandparents, they have a pharmacy. They live in Galicia. They have a pharmacy, and they left very well because yeah, people who have pharmacy, they have a business. Yeah. When I find out a few months, yeah, a while ago,
Yeah.
that my great grandparents, they wasn't from Galicia, so he was from Cuba
Mm.
and she was from Mexico. And I loved it because this is very exotic. Just being from Galicia, it's all right. But, I would like the biggest story. So it's just, yeah, I got it on me. And then, of course, in that time,
Yeah.
it was no pharmacy. There was curing people with spells, with herbs. And I thought, wow, I got it with me because I always love to create very unusual recipes. When I travel, I find ingredients and I go into my kitchen and I create sweet, savory chocolates. I go even anchovy chocolates and curries and black garlic. So I'm very experimental and definitely I think it's coming from there,
Yeah.
from that blood,
Yeah. Yeah.
ancestry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in your blood. There's no question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the other, like in as you go through your story, intuition has played a massive part in how you've made decisions and the way that you've moved through your life. Do you feel like you were connected or you understood what it was to be led by intuition from an early age, or when did that language come to you? Was it something that your mother talked about?
No, I think it's something I realized later when I start in my spiritual journey and spiritual growth that
Yeah.
I touch intuitions. I realized that I always had it with me
Mm,
and it was very, very strong because for me it's just my body. I always listen to my body and the intuition when I wanted to make a move. When it's done, it's done.
mm,
When I have to make a move, I have to make a move.
yeah.
When some people or some things doesn't feel right, I just guide because when I was traveling with, for example, with my friend from in Brazil, we were young and we were wild, just going to the jungle to raves with these people. It's always something would really bad happen to us. It never, because it's always like I felt I was protected. I felt like something, like this body like follow. And when it's no, is no. And when it's yes, it's yes. When it's a big no, it's a fat no,
Yeah.
no. And when it's a yes, it's a yes. So I always felt that inside. And after I thought, I understood as the intuition.
Yeah.
I just cannot do it when it doesn't feel right. I know sometimes you have to stay in the situation with the partner, for example. If you know it's no, you work it out, the thing. But if it's no, it's no. I can't. So I still on my own because still that didn't have that I haven't found the right person. But yes, that's the intuition for me since always.
Yeah. I feel like there's sort of three things as I'm getting to know you. There's three things that I feel like have played a role in helping you decide different paths that you take in your life. And intuition is one. And you talk about magic as well. And then there's tarot cards, which I would love to touch on that just because this is Embody the Empress. But the way that you talk about magic, I feel like it has a different flavor to it, to the magic we perhaps read about in stories. Magic is casting a spell, and that.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that you talk about magic has a different flavor to it. So I'd love to, you talk about using magic in your life. So when you talk about it, what do you mean?
So for me, I have to start believing that we are magical. We are magical beings and we have the power within us, because magic, the spirit, anything and everything that we want to, it can manifest if we wasn't. We are the ones. So the magic is there, but if we don't call it in and we just bring it into birth with the words we speak or how we feel, it is not possible. So I know I am magic. So when I wanted something, I started with my thought. I wanted. So I started with an idea. And then if it lights up in my heart, I give it life. So, and I start imagining what it could be, the possibilities. So I start thinking, oh gosh, this could be possible. And then believing it, thinking, I am that, because if the idea came and I feel it, I'm going to embody. So I am that. I am that what I want.
Yeah.
So I bring it into life.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if I live in a situation, I take full responsibility of what is going on in my life. Because if you believe it for the good, you have to believe it for the less good. If something challenging is happening, it's like I stop, say why, what I have to learn, why attract this into my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I know I have the power to transmute it, to alchemize and change it again. So I claim back my power because I create that, giving my power away, unconscious or unconscious. Maybe another people is involved, but I take full responsibility and I claim back my power. Once I claim back my power in the present moment, that everything is happening just now. Nothing is happening. Everything is encapsulated in the now. I claim back my power. I make peace. I say, thank you. I create this. That's all right. I'm learning, because we have to learn the lesson. And then I choose something new
Yeah.
with that moment. It's like, now what I want. And again, my heart has to light up, my solar plexus, my, this area, like the feminine area, that yes, it's lighting up.
Yeah.
And then I say, I'm that, I am. I work a lot these days with I am that. That's powerful words. So I know that you are, because it's nothing outside of you. It's all has been created. Everything that you want is there.
Yeah.
You just have to claim it back. You have to remember, and then be resonating at the same energy.
Yeah.
And then boom, it's like two things. It's like you create, you are here and you want to be here and you're not there. So it's like, create the tensions that I want to be there. And in some point, because you want it so much, when you realize you can make it through, boom, just come together.
I've long said that anything you put after I am, you make true. I am fat, I'm stupid, I'm amazing, I'm brilliant. Whatever we put after I am, we manifest, we make true. And I love that you've drawn this parallel to magic, because I feel so much of what witches probably were was exactly what you've described. And as women, we are powerful creators. And when we follow our intuition, when we're guided by all these things, the things that we can create, the things that we can make manifest are extraordinary, are mind blowing. And I feel, and this is all stuff that I'm playing with and trying to understand, like, what was it in the power of women that became so terrifying that men wanted to burn us at the stake as witches? So I love that you've given us um this different way of talking about what magic is. Yeah, so I think the parallel there is really interesting when we talk about, and this is part of being a woman that has been so suppressed. It gets called ridiculous or woo woo or don't be silly or,
It's so much power
yeah,
on us.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah,
Can I
intuition.
say one thing about the witches? Because
Yeah,
it's, my friend is a big witch and
yeah,
working with a lot of magic, different way of magic. But she told me, and I was like blown away when they say about the power the witches they have. Okay, when they say they fly in a broom, yeah?
yeah.
The witches fly in a broom. Okay, apparently, her research and all books and stuff that she can get hold. The witches, the women, they were going to the forest. Yeah,
Yep.
they were getting naked.
Yep.
They were rubbing magic mushrooms on the broom, and they were sitting naked on the broom. So the powder of the mushroom went through the vagina into the body. Of course, you flying because you go into a highest consciousness when you see life, and
Oh,
that's the power that they have. Imagine, I have to share this with this group. I don't know if you heard it before, but I was
oh,
like, that
I have
makes so much
never
sense.
heard that. And I just love
Make it
that.
just share it with the world, because that's how we fly in the broom, because they were like just getting flying. Yeah, of course,
Oh, that is
psychedelic, magic
absolutely,
mushrooms.
that is so fabulous. Oh my gosh, that is so fabulous. Okay. So we'll come to tarot in a little bit. I want to continue your story. So you were on the next adventure. You were in Spain and you decided you decided to bring Mama Bon Bon to an end. Like that chapter felt like it was finished and over. Is that the right timing or was it later?
No, it was later. When I come back from Spain, I moved to Cambridge. I wanted Ramon to have a good education and a good life. Cambridge was perfect. Quiet, small, safe, beautiful, a lot of clever people, big people,
Yeah.
Nobel Prize, like Stephen Hawking was living there, I don't know, Cambridge.
Yeah.
So I came back and said, yeah, I am Mama Bonbon. So Cambridge is like, they call it the Silicon Valley, every idea that you have, and then it will flourish there.
Yeah.
So I just set up my company as Mama Bonbon there. A few months after, I was in Cambridge magazine saying Mama Bonbon and the Chocolate Company. And I was like cooking chocolates from a very tiny kitchen, and then I become their Mama Bonbon. I start selling in markets, selling in shops, my chocolate. People very welcome you. They want to support small business, but it wasn't enough. So at that time, I was working in a restaurant as well called Las Iguanas. It's a Latin American company, and it went very well with my character. Like, cocktails and Latin food, Mexican food, music, the vibe was there.
Yeah.
And yes, I enjoy. I have to do both things at the same time. I enjoy very much, and then become very hard, and I wasn't really enjoy that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So then the next big move happened. You packed up and took off again. The wind blew again.
The wind blew again, and in the time, yes, I wasn't happy. I just got as the universe again, like in Brazil, what I do with my life, boom, deliver the message. It's like, now I'm not happy. I'm really, my body, I wake up in the morning not feeling that happy.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because I did enjoy a lot in the beginning, but it's a beginning of an end. And then I just heard on the TV, I was watching the program, and this couple bought a property on the sun. It's called A Place in the Sun, and they bought a property in Costa Rica. And I thought, ooh, Costa Rica. So I got my phone and I say, chocolate jobs in Costa Rica. And then it does La Iguana Chocolate Farm came out. I was working in Las Iguanas, La Iguana Chocolate Farm. I needed a sign from the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't need anything else. It can be a name, it can be a song, it can be a light in my eye, it can be anything. I just got the message and my intuition told me. So I packed and I went to Costa Rica with Ramon. He was 8 years old at the time. I rent the house I was renting. You shouldn't do that. I put some money together, there. And then I just went from when I come back, and I just went to with Ramon to Costa Rica. In that time, I wanted a sponsor. I wanted some people was talking about me. You're very related to the movie Chocolat, because you a single mom with the son, traveling, making chocolate. So serendipity again, magic happened. It's like, okay, I'm going to see Joanne Harris is the writer of the movie Chocolat. Where is she from? She's English. Oh God. Where does she work? She was a fellow from the Madeleine School, Cambridge, Las Iguanas, River Camp, Madeleine School. So I reach out. I reach out through a friend of mine that is a journalist, Mike. I say, look, I want to get in contact with this woman. So he reached out as a journalist, told the story. And then she was, yeah, of course, she was the big, for me, it was big article in Cambridge Business Magazine about Gloria going to Costa Rica. So that was giving me a little bit of like, people will look at my story. And then I became her friend in Twitter. So I was sending her chocolates every Christmas. She's very lovely. She does believe a lot in magic. Yeah. A lot. She practices white magic. She plays in a jazz band. She's a very cool woman. So when we went to Costa Rica, Mai was telling my story in Cambridge News Online Digital. So I was sending a piece of a story, and Ramon too. So people were living our story.
Yeah.
Seen by the eyes of an 8 years old and by my experience as well. So it was lovely. Just, Costa Rica, live in the farm. Again, I was going to be 3 months in the farm. I got bored. So I moved to the Caribbean side. We spent some time with the Bribris. There is the indigenous. They was telling me some rituals and the spirituality, like with cacao. And that was the beginning. The year after, I went to Bali and Indonesia, and the welcome back. No, sorry. They say, oh, Mama Bonbon is here again. It was an amazing trip. And the year after, we went to Sri Lanka, that the spices are, and the cacao story and the spices, because I always look for new recipes. I was looking for my chocolates. And then I went as well to Guatemala in a cacao and healing journey. And then I realized that the time passed by, and it was 20 years. And I decided to go back to Brazil, because that's where idea came from. Yeah. I follow my hand 20 years after. I come back to Brazil with Ramon to the same place that idea came from, to say thank you, God, thank you, universe, thank you, Mother Nature. I am here now. I follow the call, and yes, and then I did that. Yeah. I think you want to.
I love that tattoo. Tell us about it. Tell us what it is.
So this is the cacao flower from the cacao tree.
Yeah.
And the flower, it just grows all year round in the trunk, and it comes in a cushion. So a lot of flowers that come out. It's beautiful. Yeah. Every time I travel, I do one. So I got some here from Costa Rica. I got one there from Bali, from Sri Lanka. So every time I travel. So the flower, it come up in a cacao ceremony when we got a message from the goddess. It's like your throat chakra is going to be activated. Your words, it's going to have a lot of power through your ceremonies, through your teachings. So be mindful what you speak and what you teach, because yes, so things, at the same time, the cacao flower I knew was hermaphrodite. I'm not hermaphrodite, but I have the masculine and the feminine. So I love, the energy, masculine energy, feminine energy. So it is like the flower has it, but at the same time, it can pollinate herself. So it needs little midgets, little insects that come and pollinate her. And that was related for me, embody the masculine and feminine, but I need people to fully bloom, and then it has a lot of meaning. And yeah, when I tattoo the flower, after I felt a big thing, in the throat chakra before. It's like everyone does it. It's like you say something, and then after, I was guessing, what did I say? That it felt wrong. But then after the tattoo, I felt more powerful. I did say that. That's what I think. I can change my mind meaning after, but if it come out like that, I feel more powerful. So yes.
Amazing. Amazing. So when was you said goodbye to Mama Bonbon and then the Cacao Queen was born, and that was just sort of a couple of years ago, I think. Is that, yeah.
Yes, yes, it's a Cacao Queen. It came out again because I wasn't enjoy very much.
Mm.
Just making chocolates. It's a lot of time consuming. I did enjoy it at the beginning, just playing music, making a lot of chocolates, and I just lost the connection a little bit. I just didn't enjoy anymore. And again, it's like in the past when I stopped doing market because I didn't enjoy doing markets and I went into teaching and I teach people. I didn't enjoy 100% teaching people. So I create recipes and I work with wine and liqueur shops doing tastings and pairings. So that's why I could create unusual recipes like the curry goes with the beer or the black garlic or the other one with champagne with a shot of tequila. I enjoyed that. But then again, it came to the time that it's like, I don't really enjoy that. And then I thought, I have been in touch with cacao for many years. I love the story. I love the people behind the magic bean, the farmers, the tree, drinking cacao. And I thought this is going to be, Ramon was getting older. So Mama Bonbon, the time of like that, traveling around with Ramon, making chocolate. It just was coming to an end and I could feel it because the last times I was making chocolate, I just didn't enjoy it. So again, intuition, body language, as well the chocolate company, they're getting all the money instead of going to the farmers, the people who really, put the effort there. So yeah, I decided
Amazing.
to change the brand. The brand is how when we met, from Mama Bonbon to Cacao Queen.
Yeah.
As well, after all the travels, all the knowledge,
Yeah.
I thought I can call myself Cacao Queen now.
Did you homeschool Ramon from 8 till when he finished?
No, I did it only when we were in the jungle because the school was no schools there. But then after that, I didn't. I couldn't mean. I don't know. Probably, yeah. If you say you can, you can. You have to make a priority by always working in restaurants and having the business at the same time. It wasn't just enough. The money I was getting from the chocolates. That will be too much pressure for me as well.
Yeah.
I cannot be good in everything, of course. I mean, math, science, all that. Tell me the science of life and everything I tell you, but I wouldn't be able. I would have to teach myself. I'm sorry, I'm not available for that. No. as much as I love my son, yeah, it's only one life, so I give him everything. Like I said, I'm very generous, but I'm very selfish. And if I have to put myself first, I'm telling you, I do.
Well, I
It
mean,
comes with me.
they say put your own oxygen mask on first for a reason. The better.
If I'm not happy, no one around me will be happy.
Exactly. Exactly. So I would love to move into doing and to learning what cacao ceremony is and getting a taste of that with you. So is there, before we move into the experience, is there anything I haven't asked, or is there anything that you feel like the audience should know before we move into that?
So, yeah, maybe cacao ceremonies I studying with the Mayan people, the Mayan elders, and then for the Mayan people, apparently, there is no such a thing as cacao ceremony. They use cacao in all their ceremonies because for them, cacao is the food of the soul, of the spirit. So corn that grows like upwards into sky is masculine energy and fill the body. You eat the corn, for many things, tortillas or whatever. But the pot, the cacao pot that is hanging down, it's a cacao pot like that, is full of seeds. It's the feminine energy just hanging like that. And it's the food for the spirit. So every time they're drinking cacao, they're preparing the soul for the next life. And they're connected to the intuition into this life, because cacao is a medicinal plant for them, and it is anyway. and it has, apart from like a lot of health benefits, it's very good for you, for your, when we're talking about spirituality, it's like a psychoactive plant that is going to switch on the neurotransmitters in your brain that they're going to make you feel that way. So when they drink cacao, that is one neurotransmitter that is going to be switched on, that is the phenylethylamine, that is going to make you feel really up, really connected with the higher world, with the father sky. The blood vessels are going to open, and then the blood is going to fluid faster. So for creativity is great. You got these great ideas, and then you're feeling really uplifting, very, like, say, high. And then another one is called anandamide. So that one is like, think about, they will make you feel very grounded. It will make you feel really relaxed in the power of the now, in this moment. So in that moment, you just like connecting like heaven and earth. You are like uplifted but very grounded. So in that moment, your heart expands. You connect with your heart in the ceremony. For them, when they have a problem between two Mayan nations, they used to drink cacao, and the leaders drink cacao and then come together and say, okay, how are we going to get this done? How are we going to resolve that? So it's a beautiful medicine for inner work, for vitality, for journaling, for creativity. I've been drinking it daily these days, and I'm telling you that I can tell you, because I come up on cacao, I wanted something new with a really great idea that I'm developing at the moment. It just really blew my mind away. For the next thing, for my business, for my company, and in the creative process. And I use cacao. Journaling, everything for me is like very good. So a ceremony, like anything, it can be a cacao ceremony. You drink cacao, and then you sing a songs, and that's a cacao ceremony. You drink cacao, and then, creative process, you write, and that's a ceremony. You drink cacao and connect with the higher self, that's a ceremony. So yes, cacao is the tool to make your own ceremony.
Yeah. What I think it would be really helpful for people that don't have a lot of knowledge about this to understand the difference between chocolate that you buy in the supermarket or in the shop and cacao, and what you would use for ceremonial cacao. Can you just tell us the difference?
So yes, we got the beans, the cacao beans, in the process, they're here. So you harvest, you open the pot, and then it's like 40 or 50, 40, 30, 40 seeds inside. Seeds, they're after like fermented.
Yeah.
They're going to become beans because they can't germinate anymore. So after fermentation, they're going to be dried, and they're going to be making into nibs, breaking apart, taking the shell. So when you have, and it's going to be pressing down into a paste. So that will be a paste, a cacao paste. So it comes, let me take, for example, there is one here from Guatemala. We're talking about the Mayan people. It's coming into a paste. Wow. So it's a paste like that.
Yep.
So this paste is 100% the bean make into a paste, so I have everything inside. Yep. If this paste, you put the pressure on it with machinery, you split it into two. One is the cacao powder, and the other one is the cacao butter. People take cacao powder for drinking, but doesn't have the butter. And the butter have a lot of first is helping the body to absorb, and then you have a lot of health properties. And if you take this paste, you don't split it. You take this paste, you don't split it. You add more cacao butter, and then you add sugar, it becomes chocolate. So this paste, it can be split into two. Butter and powder, or add more butter. Of course, cheap chocolate, they don't add butter because it's expensive. They add vegetable fat and a lot of sugar, and that is the chocolate made from. But this is 100% the paste, and then this is what you use for ceremonies or for health and well-being. That is what is going to give you that fantastic energy. So you chop a little bit. For a normal dose is 15 grams. For a creative or energetic dose is could be like 20, something like that.
Right.
Small dose 10, normal dose 15, creative 20, 25,
Yeah.
inner work, like going deeper 30, 35, full power, ceremonial dose 45, 50.
Wow.
No more than that.
Okay.
So you play with that.
Yeah.
If you put like 10, 15, 10 grams, for example, and then let's say you make like a chamomile tea, and then you put 15 grams, you drink it and it helps you to sleep. And if you put like 45, 50 grams, you get high. I mean, it's a psychoactive plant. It's illegal, it's natural, but you get there. Or if you do breathing exercise that activate the cacao and ask the right questions, you get the answer. You get the answer. It's very powerful. Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
I got people in ceremonies that they say that they have a more higher experience than when they took ayahuasca.
Oh.
Because sometimes, with ayahuasca, people feel it or don't feel it, but with cacao, because it's beautiful and have the energy, feminine energy, and it could be very gentle. But if you go too much, you can feel uneasy as well. So I recommend, and more if you are like sensitive to caffeine. So
yeah, start
yes,
little and build up.
yeah, you go
So
all the dose there.
yeah. So that's beautiful. So what I want to do is I think you're going to take us through a beautiful meditation visualization. Do you feel like we're ready for that now? Is there anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, I would say when you're going to do like a morning ceremony or ritual or something, just make yourself comfortable. Even if you don't see, I just go all my things here. I just go, for example, I just go my jaguar, that is my spirit animal. I go my feather, that for me means the angels are with me. Let me show you. I go the birds, two birds pointing at me, because what I ask the birds is like Mother Mary. For me, it's like that my message come up clear and sweet. Of course, all of them, all the friends are in the house, los amigos. I go Ganesha, I go Lakshmi somewhere there. So you have to make it like comfortable for you. I go my Palo Santo.
Yeah.
Yes, so to clean the space, because I'm doing it in my living room, so my family is being here, my mom, Ramon, cooking, the energy, clean the energy. I got a little bit of like my sacred geometry that I love to work with, so I got these symbols. And I go the Tibetan bowl, and I got something to clear the space. When you open a ceremony, I recommend that you open it and then you close it. Any ceremony with sound. The Mayan people as well, they say when you going into ceremony,
Yeah.
you say to the Father Sky, we are coming, and to the Mother Earth, we are coming. Because they're going to open the doors for us to connect with the higher energy. So you don't go to a friend's house annoying without calling and say, I'm coming. You can, but, maybe they don't open the door for you. So let's tell them that we're coming, we are here, we are ready. So just make it, make it like a little ritual, like make it yours. You got your thing. It's always so nice to have your things around. Or for me, it is important.
Yeah.
So yes,
Very
the
special.
setup, yeah.
Very special. All right, I'm going to pause it for a minute just so that we can get set up, and then we'll be back. This is so delightful.
Thank you. I see you in a minute. Get ready. Welcome to the ceremony. I hope you are ready now. Just burning some Palo Santo. I got my cacao ready. And as I say, I'm going to open this ceremony that we're doing today using Mama Cacao as a tool, as a guidance. So I call in the Father Sky, opening the space, we are coming, and to Mother Earth, opening the space, say that we are coming. Just take your cacao, your cup of cacao if you got it with you. And I want you to set an intention. The Mayan people, they used to, just when they go to do the Kotsik, how they call it, that is a dialogue table, because they're going to speak with the universe and with Mother Earth. They come and do the Mahalen Shukulen. Mahalen Shukulen, for them the intention is to come with all the worries, all the struggles, all the pain, and they're giving very happily to Mother Earth, because they know it's going to be transmuted into wisdom. They know that you have to go through this process, you have to learn from the lesson, and then just get rid of the feeling, the guilt, the struggle that is not important anymore. You give it to Mother Earth and it's going to be transmuted to the lesson that you learned. That is the goal. So you don't have to learn anymore, never again in this life or other lifetime. It's already done. It's already transmuted. So I'm going to invite you to whisper your intention to the cup, because the words that we speak is the house that we live. I heard that's what they say. So it will resonate in the quantum field. You whisper into the liquid that you are going to drink, the particles, the molecules of the water. They're going to grab your wish, and then with an intention you are going to drink in. So just take a minute and set an intention, and I want you as well to choose as a final result to get the best message, to get anything that you need to know from this ceremony. You just ask for it. You just say, please, I choose to get the best outcome or the best message from this ceremony. Just go ahead and set your intention. So I bring it to my heart. I smell it. I can see my reflection on the cacao, and then go ahead and drink it. When you drink, it's very nice because it feels so warm. It's going through your throat, all the way to your belly, and that warm feeling is already, it will take the cacao up to 20 minutes or 15 minutes to kick and close the brain barrier and come into your mind. But then we're going to welcome the cacao. Mama Cacao, thank you very much. Now I invite you to close your eyes. Sit comfortable on the floor, in a chair, your legs crossed, your palms in your heart, in your belly, on your laps, wherever you want to. Just go ahead and close your eyes and start breathing. Breathe in through your nose deeply. And breathe out through your mouth with a sigh. We're going to do that 3 times. We're leaving behind everything that we've been picking up in our dreams, during our day, meeting the people, talking to people. We're going to come back to this present moment with this breathing in, breathing out. Just landing your body softly. I create a safe space for us to experience this cacao together. So breathing again. Nothing to worry, nothing to fear. Just be open to receive and allow this experience to land sweetly into your space. Breathe in and breathe out. Now I invite you to imagine a tetrahedron, that's a geometric shape, pointing up the sky. You are sitting in the middle, and then it's connecting to the Father Sky, connecting to the energies above, and it's rotating to the right side, clockwise. So take a minute to imagine that. I'm going to activate our Merkaba, that is our rainbow light body. a chariot, a sacred geometric sign that is going to take us, transport us to higher consciousness. We're going to be fully protected here. We're going to be fully open to receive in a safe space. So let's open the upward tetrahedron and breathe. When you are in, breathe through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. When you breathe in through your nose, just breathing all the energies from above, the sun, the moon, the stars, the planet, the galaxies, the multiverse. Just breathing, just invite all that energy to this space. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. When I'm talking, you just keep breathing. We're going to activate, say, welcome to the Father Sky, the masculine energy that is the active, the electric, the planning, the structure, the doing, getting a result. This very important energy that is within us. So the tetrahedron, the triangle is rotating. We are in the middle sitting, connecting to heaven, to the masculine energy, and we breathe in and welcome that energy. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to immerse ourselves in another tetrahedron, but this time is pointing down and rotating to the opposite side, to the left. And we're saying, welcome, hello, we are here to Mother Earth, our mother, our giver, our friend, our supplier, and we are here and we're breathing, saying thank you for a new day. And we breathe out. Just keep breathing. We're rotating, we're activating the feminine energy. That is our intuition, is the one allowing the plan that we're setting our intentions to come to fruition. We're connecting to Mother Earth. That is, we are now the moment in the middle, protected in her womb. At the same time, we are floating in the universe, in our galaxy. We are rotating and very fast and moving, but we can't feel anything because we are like fully stable in this present moment. So breathe in and breathe out. So with the power that I am present, I invite you to connect heaven and earth, to activate our Merkaba. Imagine that both are rotating in the different directions. So we are sitting in the middle and we go one triangle rotating to the right, activating and connecting heaven. And then another triangle connecting rotating to the left, opposite side, and connecting to Mother Earth. And now I want you to imagine that for a minute and keep breathing. In this sacred space, we are protected, we are supported, we activate our healing chamber, accelerating for anything that has to be healed and transmute. In that powerful sacred space, our Merkaba is activated in our consciousness because it's always activated within us. It's just we don't notice if we don't bring it to our attention. So breathe in and breathe out. I want you to put your hands in your belly and another in your heart and give thank you to our spirit that is now activated for Mama Cacao. If you need to stay your cup and have another sip. Thank you. And now I'm going to invite you, I'm going to take you into a journey that we're going to go and call the fourth elements, because we are the fifth element, so we will come back to us. But we're going to call from the east, we're going to call the element of air. And the element of air is related with the mind. And the Hermetic principle, they say the universe is mind, it's all one mind. We're going to connect with that principle, with that universal law. That is our thoughts. So as the Empress that we are, we're going to be the gatekeeper, inviting all the amazing thoughts that they will become things, that they are floating in the quantum field. They are all there, so invite the good ones, the ones our energy is resonated, and the ones that comes that they're not in tune with our highest good, we're going to let them go from the back door. So they pass, we don't pay attention to them, and they go. We just open the door and invite it to the table to nourish, to pay attention, to give them love, and to give them nourishing energy of a Mother Empress that we are, to the ones that we want them become a thing, to the thoughts that we want to make them real. So as the gatekeepers that we are, the Empress, we welcome the power of the element of earth, and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. From the south, I invite the element of fire. That is our creativity. That is our spirit, is the element that connects with our higher spirits. And then is the element that I welcome today. With the power that I am present, I invite that element to burn on us anything that it doesn't serve us any longer. To burn, to become brilliant. Yes. To burn, to die, like the ashes, like the phoenix, and be reborn as new. Is the dying, the let go of the old self that doesn't serve us any longer. This old identity, this old no good for anything, just go. It will be burned. And the element of fire is so powerful. Imagine that flame is burning around you, and it's so bright that it invites you for anything that you want an answer. Just go inward. You find the way that is the light that guides you through the tunnel to get there, but you won't find the answer. The answer is always inward. So just close your eyes, follow the light, follow the path. But always ask yourself, what do I want? And why do I want that? So thank you, thank you, thank you to the element of fire. From the west, I'm going to invite the element of water. There's our emotions, our feelings. So with the air, we got the idea. With the fire, we ignite our creativity. And now with the power of the heart, that is the waters and the emotion, we give it life. Now it's activated and ready to be manifest. So the water is like, imagine a waterfall that coming from heaven, just cleaning, just washing everything, every cell, every tissue, every blood, bones, organs of our body, with the shower of ultraviolet water, like washing all that we don't need anymore, all the ashes from the burn, they will go. And it's invite us to go with the flow, to follow our heart, to use the heart as a compass when we want to take a decision. When we feel we are stuck in a crossroad, that is an illusion, because we know which road to take. Our heart is our brain, and the new brain, the power of the heart. It will take you to the road that you aim. You get what you want, or maybe you might feel that it wasn't the right choice, but it's always the right choice, because the lesson that you learn going that road, following your heart, is exactly the lesson that you need, that I need. And we have to get the goal. We have to get the teaching. So it's always the heart. Let's follow our heart. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you to the element of water. Breathe. Remember, keep breathing through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in from above, all the energies from heaven. And breathe out all through your body and give to Mother Earth anything that is not needed anymore, for her to use it as a compost and be renewed and bring it back. as a pure energy. Just remember to do that through the meditation. Now we are arriving with the element of earth, that is the universe is our home and the earth is our playground. So we are here now and we are saying thank you, because now we are here in this earth with this body, with the element of air, the fire, the water. We are ready to manifest, to play, to learn this. We remember that we are living a human experience and everything is okay. We are humans, and then we have to live the experience that we choose. I believe that before we come here, we choose. So just bring it, just be more playful, and just remember that our time here is limited. So this is our life, the only one we have. So just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathe in, just breathe out. So with the 4 elements from the 4 corners of the universe, the 5th element, we're calling our spirits, and we bring all together these teachings, this knowledge, and embody with the power that I am present. I am that I am. Now I'm going to invite you to go another round with me. I invite you to drink cacao if you want to. And we're going to activate the archetypes. The archetypes, the tarot is the royal path, the path that we're going to walk through our lives. And all the archetypes are within us. We're going to call in 4 of them and activate them in this cacao ceremony. So from the east, I call the magician. The magician use the 4th elements that we already go within us, the fire, the connect with the spirit, the water, the earth, and the air. So manipulating the elements, use alchemy and transform like the lead, the metal, that is the challenge, that is the truth, really what is happening. You bring it to higher perspective, that's what he loves, or she loves, the Empress, what she loves, what do you want? And come to the other side of the triangle of alchemy into wisdom. So we remember with the magician that we have the power within us to transform any challenge into wisdom, just going through the path of love. Any challenge, we say thank you, because without the challenge, we wouldn't learn, we wouldn't have anything to make alchemia. We didn't have anything to learn in this lifetime, and probably we will have to come back and learn the lessons we have to learn later on. So let's embody that. Let's say thank you to the energy of the magician. I'm breathing. From the south, I call the peaceful warrior. The peaceful warrior is the warrior within us that can see the contrast, the different contrasts of life. Before, she used to fight, and she kills, and she fights with her weapons and know how to destroy if she wants to. But now new technology, that is the technology of love. She chooses to be the healer, the one that put everything together, take all the pieces that are broken and put them apart under the power of love. She knows that the power of love is the strongest power to heal. And then she say thank you for that knowledge. It's no more she's fighting with herself. She can see now with different lenses that her powers lie being the peaceful warrior. So we say thank you to the archetype of the peaceful warrior. From the west, we call the archetype of the lover and the beloved. And then is the masculine and feminine, is our like dark side and the bright. The brighter is your side, the more healer that you are, the brightest, the spark that you are from the universe. Know that in the other side of the spectrum, the dark side is as strong as the bright side. So we have to learn once and for all to make peace with that, because we, like before, we say we are the one that destructs everything and breaking into part, and we are the healer that we put it together. We are the angel, and then we are the sinner we are good and we are bad, we are clever and we are dumb. So we have to make peace. We choose with the power that I'm present and choosing one and for all to embody my wholeness so I can reach my greatness. There will be no other way, no more regrets, no more suffering, no that energy that is leaking all around us because we didn't do what we did wrong. We just claim back our power and we embody our wholeness, our masculine, our feminine, the whole that we are human, we live in a human experience and we're supposed to be like this. So making peace with us, we see the compassion in others. When we look at each other, we will reflect that. And when we see people, if we are first compassionate and loving with ourselves. So thank you to the strong archetypes of the lover and the beloved within us. We activate that with the power that I am present. Thank you. Breathing. And now on the top of the mountain, of the top of the circle, we walk the hero's journey. We went all the way, walking all the path, and we come back to the top as the Empress, as the sober being that we are. We are born of stardust, of the universe. We are childs of the universe and God. So now we know our magnificence. We know our sovereignty and we are claiming that back. The Empress knows that she can be kind and she can be everything. She can be hard. She can be a mother, a daughter, a girlfriend. She's everything. She's the body, the masculine, just doing the plan, the structure and having a head, you know, that plan, giving birth to anything that she wants to, but she knows she has to allow that to come. It's not that when she has to be soft, she has to be kind, she has to be nourishing. It's not the way she can control, she can make a plan, make a wish into the own universe and let it go. And she knows because of her power that it will come. It will just easily, with ease and grace, it will come. So we say thank you to the archetype of the Empress, of the sober being. And now we are sitting in our throne. Imagine that we are on the top of the earth, on the top of the universe. We are sitting our throne in the middle. We have our Merkaba protecting us, the fourth element from the four corners of the universe. And now we say, with the power that I am present, I claim my power back. Give me now. I'm breathing to that. And breathe out. I know I have been giving it away to people and situations, but with the power that I'm present, I claim my power now. Give me back. Thank you. Breathing in and breathing out. And now imagine from all the corners, all around, top, down, left, right, all around, that shower of like gold particles. That is your power. It's there. You are the magnet, and it's just coming back to us. So just take a minute and imagine that you are surrounded by a gold bath, a shower from the universe. That is the power that you are claiming. And with the power of your words, because you say so, you claim back your power. Just give me now. And now that we claim back our power and we're living, we are grounded on the present moment, I'm going to take you into our last journey, the part of the meditation. We're going to meet the spirit of cacao. So I want you to imagine a circle in front of you. There is a door, a circle that opens, you open, and there is a door. And when you open that door, you are outside in a place, there is a lake. And then we are all together. We are like naked, we don't have any clothes, but we're wearing a gown that is white, have a white hood, and then it's long and it's covered all our body until our feet. We are barefoot and we just follow the path because it's a lake, but in the other side There is jungle, so we're going to be walking. We're not scared. We know it's a lake. There is water, but intuitively we know that we're going to walk, and we can walk on the top of the water. We got that power. We feel so powerful now that we just can do anything. So I invite you to imagine that we cross the lake and we look at the sky, and it's dark and it's full of stars. We're not scared anymore of the dark because we know the bright. Without the darkness, the stars couldn't be visible to us. They couldn't shine. So we know now the dark side. We've been there. So that's why we're not scared anymore. And we walk on the water, on the lake, and we arrive in the other side. The other side is beautiful. It's a jungle that is illuminated by all the stars that are in the sky. We can see all the constellations. And then we breathe in. And then the air is just enchanting. It's just so good. Just breathing. It's fresh. It's crispy. It smells like a jungle. And when we start walking, and we walk all together, and then we can see a jaguar that is coming. And it's like the jaguar is telling us that we've been to the underworld, to the Shibaba. We face our fears, and now we're coming back stronger. We don't have to face that anymore. And we walk, and then the grass is tickling our feet, or the mud if we're going through some wet earth, and it just feels so good to be naked because we are not scared anymore. Our body, our sacred body, is perfect the way it is, and we feel so empowered. And now we can see a snake, but we're not even scared of the snake because the snake is shedding the skin. And we are like together, like welcoming that transformation all together, supporting each other in our journey, in our transformation. And the snake is telling us that let go, new skin, new, all newness. It's just about to be birthed. So we are getting ready. And then we just say thank you to the spirit of the snake. This is amazing. And then we carry on walking, and it's palm trees, and we can hear the sound of the birds that they say, sing your song, just tell your story, just be brave. It doesn't matter, your voice is important. And then yes, we hear the message, thank you, and we carry on walking, and it's a monkey, just family of monkeys just jumping on the trees, calling cacao, 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 cacao. And that message is telling us the cacao goddess, the tree is close, and the monkey is telling us, have fun, be silly, we are just passing by, we don't know what is going to be our last day, so just make it worth, make it fun. Why you had to be so serious? Look about when we are all, and look about, we just see our life as a beautiful story that we created. But fun, the monkey is saying the fun, have fun is very important, very, very important. So we say thank you, and we carry on walking, and we see a light at the back we can see a tree that is lighting like with this orange candle light, and the pots are hanging from the tree. And then we want to be there. We are so close. We carry on walking, looking at the stars, and we see a big eagle like flying, and it's just welcome us to the last part of our journey for today. Is saying to us the message of the eagle, I see life from above, from different perspectives. Don't be too small. Don't see your story too small. Just look at it, how far you have come, how beautiful all that you create, and you're still alive, and you're still breathing, smiling, walking, talking. You are the code. You are the light. Wherever you go, if you see yourself from above, how many people's lives you touch? Everyone that you come in contact, their life become better just because of you. Can you see that? You have to see yourself from above as I see you. So breathing into that, thank you. And now we just arrived to the cacao tree. The cacao tree in this storytell that we are telling to us today, the trunk is very wide and it has steps that we have to walk, and it's going to take us through a healing chamber. So I welcome you to walking with me. We look so beautiful, like a line of goddess, of priestess, of queens, of empress, all ready to receive a beautiful message from every one of us. So we walk, and it's a room. The center of the trunk of the tree is a round room, and we all have a chair made of wood from the same tree, and we are all sitting there. In the middle, there is this beautiful, the tree inside just glows, it's all orange all around, and we look at each other and we smile. I see you, sister. I see you, I see you, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. We are together. And as a sisterhood, we're going to hold hands together and make a circle. And in that circle, we're going to ask, we come to the end of the journey, but the cacao tree that is speaking through our nerves, through our tissues, through our whole body, it has a message from us. So we're holding hands and we say thank you. Now we go back, each one place your hands facing upwards or in your heart and in your chest. And with the power that we are present, we're going to ask the cacao tree for what do we need to know moving forward from today? What message do you have for us? What inside? What do you want me to know? I'm open to listen to you. And now the cacao tree is going to give us an insight. You just have to tap to your intuition. It can come as a color, as a figure, as a sign, as a song, just tapping, because our hearts and mind are connected, because we have been drinking the cacao, the medicine. So she's going to speak through us, for us, and the message is going to be just literally just for us. So we're going just to take a few minutes. Everyone, just connect with yourself, be open to receive, and enjoy. Remember to breathe. When you are ready, just have a deep breath. Coming back to the present moment. We're going to say thank you for this experience. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for the message. For the last thing I want you is to inviting, if you are, to your spirit animal, which animal is coming into your awareness, because that will have a message as well for you. So just take a minute and inviting in. So thank you to the element of air, thank you to the element of fire, thank you to the element of water, thank you to the element of earth, thank you to the magician activating within us, thank you to the peaceful warrior activating within us, thank you to the lover and beloved activating within us, thank you to the Empress activating within us, thank you to myself, to my spirit, to Mama Cacao, to help me to download all these messages within me for us. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to open your eyes. Oof. Very powerful. Very powerful. I just want to thank you, everyone, for being here with me in this space. For me, every time I do it, feels like the first time. It's so powerful. And to give ourselves permission to be present, to refocus, to remember, and the power within us, the Empress within us. And then wherever we go, we just have to be us. We just have to shine our light. It's not much to do. It's just to be. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I don't want to talk
Oh,
now. I just want to bask in this beautiful feeling. Thank you so much. That was so, so special. I know that
thank
you
you.
have I did say during our conversation that we were going to touch on tarot, but I feel like you've touched on tarot perfectly through
It was
the
there.
ceremony.
It just came.
So it came. Um, your you've got these beautiful this cacao products now that people can get, and as part of your gift I know that you were going to offer something to our audience if they're interested in accessing it.
Yes. So the cacao I represent is after my travels, my trip, I choose with my knowledge and the contacts definitely that I made, the one that for me I believe they are the best. All of them, they are different. They have different energies. The Guatemalan cacao is made by hand by the Mayan community. The one from Bali is being awarded one of the best cacaos in the world. It's organic. They are organic cacao, criollo bean. Then I work with Vietnam, that the soil of Vietnam is so rich. The story is so beautiful. I work with Peru. The cacao from Peru is called chuncho, heirloom raw cacao, and it grows where the mountains meet the sky. I work as well with Costa Rica that have the Caribbean vibe, the cacao that is uplifting and fun. So I invite you to see the menu, and I offer you a 20% off of all the cacaos. I will be so happy for you to start experimenting, trying, giving yourself permission to use this beautiful medicine from your body, mind, and soul. So to reach out, just Edwina is going to share my website and my Instagram, and then you just, we're friends now. We've been in this journey. How come not we be friends? So you just
Yeah,
send me a message and then we talk. I recommend. I I tell you the recipe, how to make, and what is good, the dose, how much you have to put. I can just, post worldwide. I'm in UK now, so yes.
amazing, so special. So I've got one final question just to wrap up our interview. If I ask you where you are and what you're doing when you feel that complete sense of inner peace, joy, and harmony with the world around you, where are you and what are you doing?
Where I am, when I feel that feeling, like a feeling now that I feel like my eyes are watering, I don't know, I feel like that feeling of like overwhelmed. I am in a place of the present, that what it is what it is. And if I feel that wholeness, I just look what is around me and it's happening here and now. And I'm just being very grateful. And in that space, I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. But in that space is what is the time to call the magic. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I feel like that now here in my living room, my son, my mother, they are sleeping, we are talking, and it's that feel of wholeness and with nothing and with everything. What else is possible? What else can I create? What else is available? Because when you feel in that moment of like in tune with the universe, the energy is magnetic. That is when is the time. Oh, my hair. That is when is the time to ask. Not when you are in lack. Oh, please. No, it's like, now what? What else is possible? And then you keep amplifying that energy and be very grateful. And just very grateful. When I feel that, I just look around, and mainly when that rush of things is usually in a very simple moments, in a very daily moment. The other day, Ramon called me. He say, I was on the table and he say, Mommy, and pass me that or something. And that mommy in that moment was like, my heart was bursting. It was like, I am a mom. He's my son. Mommy. It just felt
Yeah.
I just felt like crying. I look at him and he say, what happened? And he's like, you call me mommy. And he's like, yeah, I call you mommy all the time. But that moment that you catch that,
Yeah.
it really felt like I didn't need anything. I was the happiest woman in the world.
Yeah.
So when you catch that moment, just like be very grateful,
Yeah.
super grateful, and then say, what else is possible?
Mm.
What else do I get to create? What is available? And then it's when magic happens.
That could not be a more perfect answer to wind up this amazing, amazing online retreat that has been Embody the Empress, and to be completely connected to the present, to open that portal within us of love and abundance, nurturing all the beautiful things that the Empress embodies. And from there, we get to create and birth new things into the world. My heart is
I feel very
full.
emotional. That was
Yeah.
hitting me, like hard. Thank you very much. It's my absolute pleasure to finish like that, like the last speaker, to get everyone like with this message. It's just
Yeah.
amazing.
It's very special,
Thank
very
you.
special. So, all of you who have been on this journey with us, thank you so much for being with us all the way. Whether you've caught one or two interviews or just this one, you can always come back to them and watch them time and time again. Gloria, thank you so much for being with us. It's been an absolute honor and a delight.
I will say like it's Spanish, señorita, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
That's perfect. All right, beautiful souls. That is it from me for this series. So much love. Mwah. And bye for now.
Goodbye.